we go. Wisdom secret.
Wow.
Wow. Pop-up Pop-up podcast. Look around. About this.
First, as with all new beginnings, big thank you to the facilitation from all the realms and from you specifically.
Am I a realm?
You are a whole kingdom consciousness. Kingdom. Yes, friends of all beings. And I have this strong intention. In Sanskrit we say sankalpa, to make part of our dharma, of our life mission, the sharing of our journey. And I think I share this heart impulse of sharing with you. So it is no coincidence that we sit here today and talk about whatever the great being wants to, or earth wants to speak through us.
The great being.
Yeah.
Beings within beings within beings. Nice. And off we go into a infinite journey, a kinship journey towards a regenerative future and a more beautiful world that our heart knows is possible.
Yes.
So maybe setting some intentions for this this little co-creative session. I guess it will be, hopefully, probably, very likely, the first little pop-up podcast video release that we do on yours, ours channel.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a good opportunity to set some intentions. Maybe sharing a little bit about the journey, sharing a little bit about the inspiration and motivation, sharing a little bit about the visions, sharing a little bit about the mode of sharing.
Yeah.
Sharing a little bit about sharing.
Yes.
So, if I may, maybe I can guide with a few questions to just get to the core of it, to the root of it, and to the vision of it. Luke, Earthwalker. What are we doing here?
As humans, we pop out of the earth, for those of us that forgot that. And in the same spirit that every creative act, every day, every movement, every single choice we make, every behavior is actually a pop-up creative act by life itself. We choose to share our authentic experiences, our learnings, what we receive every day from Earth as our teacher, the people we meet, the wisdom we encounter, the projects we offer to the whole, to the greater commons, to the public, to you. And we do it in a very imperfect, direct, authentic, raw, and human, true human way, but just activating the life stream, what life wants to stream into the present moment through us, and make this a daily ritual, habit, offering. And we never know what is coming through, but we love that. We love that spontaneity, and we know that what comes through is always highly relevant, at least to our heart. And since our heart is deeply caring of the world as a whole and our evolution. We know that on this pilgrimage, this world peace pilgrimage that we are walking, that we are together as a group on, we want to share what matters to our hearts. And pop-up
From the hidden playful podcast.
Yes.
Sharing from the journey.
Yes.
Yeah. What are we doing here?
Yeah, and actually, maybe you can share a little bit about these different modules, because it's also sense making. We have been now keeping for ourselves in our group and the people we meet in the physical reality the tremendous treasure of wisdom and transformative ideas and practices that we are working with. And now we want to introduce all of this to the world and share it as a way of service. And how do you imagine this video format of these pop-up podcasts to give people a sneak peek and an understanding of what we are creating together?
A sneak peek, a sneak piece, a piece of sneak piece. Yeah, many thoughts, many ideas, many possibilities, but to keep it to the, I'm actually going to put this down, it's a bit noisy, to keep it to clarity and simplicity. Starting to share more from the journey as a way of, as a practice of transparency, as a practice of living up to our highest potential, as a practice of gifting on the gifts that we receive on this transformative path that we have been gifted opportunity to be on, like playing and exploring with different ways of sharing, with different ways of expressing, and with different ways of inviting in co-creation, both from the present moment with the people that is around and the space that we're in, but also inviting in the broader world that may be out there in the golden web of Gaia, in this case the digital web, to embark on this journey together and to co-create this pathway, this story into the future that we want to midwife for all of humanity and life on Earth. So like playful experimentation with different formats and modules and durations. Some of them completely spontaneous, some of them a bit more structured and guided by a theme or a topic, or sharing a practice, sharing about an experience that happened, dropping in with people that we meet on the way, and many different ways of sharing. But at the core of it, exploration, experimentation, and and practice.
Yes.
Sorry, one last thing. Storytelling from the story living, as at least I have experienced especially after meeting you and after embarking on this life journey together. Life has become more and more like a mythopoetic story of living into different archetypes and avatars and kind of narrating the things that is unfolding in a mythopoetic way, also combined with more scientific, rigorous lenses on what is actually unfolding, both in our lives and in the larger collective journey of humanity and the unfolding situation of life on Earth. And it's really both inspiring and empowering to live into that story and live into that narrative, realizing that by living into it, we are creating it.
Exactly.
And to create an attractor and invite more people to join that story living journey. think that is also one of the intentions.
Yeah, absolutely. And just for all of us here that experience this now, we intend that this is as direct and visceral and inviting and welcoming as it possibly can get, as if you are with us here. Because we believe that the human experience needs to be now again be about the real world embodiment, the natural embodiment, deep presence with one another. So while we share this with you now through the digital cyberspace and you watch it from home or wherever you are, actually we want to gather people in the real world, be it on pilgrimage or in gatherings or in regenerative villages or in ashrams or in spontaneous adventures that we go on together in different continents and cultures and natural sites and places and ecosystems. We want this to be about true humanism, embodied into being. And for that, I think it helps if we just share our intention, our North Star. And our North Star is really like a question. It is what is truly our innate potential as humans. Understanding that the way we enter this game of life in the current collective dream of the modern world is really not in harmony with the Great Mother, the life that is our body, the earth herself, and our sacred nature as human beings that are in relationship to one another, to God and to the other forms of life, the more than human world. And that there is a new human that is dreaming itself into existence, that is a mesh of different intelligences, stories, cultures, prophecies, scientific frameworks, behaviors, cultural innovations. And we are like holy children, like little children, asking the question of how does that look like? Who in the world has the answers? How do we get to know everything that we need to know and then embody it that leads us to this regenerative world, to this wholesome human nature that is in store for all of us. And it is not us doing that and being on the journey, but we collectively as a human tribe, as a family, you as well, obviously, do it together. Participatory. And the World Peace Pilgrimage as our word for this movement can ring a bell for you, but truly it is all of us in our heroic kinship journey, whatever that looks like in whatever context that is, that makes you a Gaian, a human that is not on Earth, but as Earth.
Beautifully elaborated, as always. I also just realized what this gift that our brother Tyne gave us from the Gaian Saint Francis of Assisi. This not sure whether it's like a cross or whether it's a T or what it symbolizes, but I've been reflecting on how could this become like for the new Gaian tribe we're seeking to cultivate. How could this T somehow represent that? Now I realized what it stands for. It's the T for the true human tribe.
Oh, yes!
Yeah,
yes,
the true
human.
Also shout out to Samantha Sweetwater for coining the term true human.
Yes.
True humanism.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great.
Through true humanism, we will recover balance and harmony and peace. Anyways, May I play a little bit with one of my superpowers?
Yes, please.
Which is
Aho.
structure and guidance. I realized that in starting to elaborate on this, what we're doing, what we're envisioning, the journey we've been on, and that it's helpful to have some guiding questions. And I like to think about it like, okay, where are we? Where have we come from, and where are we going? So like the time dimension, the past, the present, and the future, as well as the individual. Okay, what is your journey? What is my journey? And what is the collective journey? And then kind of the pieces of the puzzle, the ecosystem of projects, of practices, of people, of places, of all the pieces. Like what are the different pieces of this puzzle that we're co-evolving and co-creating with the larger web of collaboration. So maybe we can start untangling some of these threads in space and time, and yeah, maybe beginning with asking, what is the World Peace Pilgrimage?
Red tea?
Yes, please.
In an Argentinian mate cup.
Very culturally inappropriate.
Very culturally inappropriate.
Very delicious.
The World Peace Pilgrimage. Being on a journey around the world for the last 3 years, after finishing my Austrian military service, I was watching people all over the world sharing their stories, sharing their unique experience, and whenever I asked truly about what makes them come alive or what their deeper treasure is that they carry, their life wisdom, their experience, I was so in awe of the journey, the human journey that starts when we come through the womb of the mother and enter this earth's realm, and then goes through the stages of development from childhood to youth to adulthood and elderhood until brother death takes us into the next dimension. And it's really, really, really precious, this possibility to have a human life. And as you said, we all have this individual sovereignty, choosing a life path that is meaningful, and really also being grateful for the privilege of being aware that we have that choice. Not everyone can have that until now. And also we have a collective story, a collective journey that we as a civilization, as an earth, as a human family go through. And so it's really in the journey that the transformation happens. And when exploring different communities around the world that have novel, wise and innovative solutions to the clear systemic failures of our time that did not make me feel comfortable of birthing children one day into this world, because I felt this society is clearly not honoring life as beautifully as it could. I found that there are amazing human beings and projects and organizations and environments out there that give me so much hope, that have been through a journey, a profound pilgrimage of arriving where they are now and really sharing practical solutions for how we can be more aligned with life as life. And so I had this dream that this ancient social psycho-spiritual technology of a pilgrimage that is representing the human journey toward transcendence and union with the divine and life itself is being reborn by recognizing that our journeys now as humans, every single journey every single life is a sacred pathway into this new earth. Every one of us is part of this collective journey. And peace is not the, world peace is not the end goal of it. It is really the path itself. Inner peace. And really the world peace pilgrimage as it is manifesting now is us as a small group of what we call Jedis or regenerative pioneers or holy children, bioregional bodhisattvas, meta-humans, or just like, you know, children of Gaia, children of Earth that want to believe there is a better world that is waiting for us and refuse to give up. We are actively entering places and portals that present the ingredients for this new humanity. And by focusing on the journey, which is the pilgrimage, and understanding that every human being, every place we go to is the sacred site, is the temple of the divine potential, the seed of creativity, we are creating this mythic relevance for every day and every encounter. And we gather the tribe, we gather the ways, and we gather the vibes necessary for this planetary initiation that we go through. Go through
and go to.
Exactly. And the dream is really that this is something that is not really something we do, but that Earth does through us. So she dreams us, she sends us exactly to the places that we need to go to learn, to acquire wisdom, and to apply that then in service to the whole. And we are seeing that everyone is already on a journey. So now our mission is just to highlight the beautiful journeys of the incredible people like you that are already out there and doing the work and learning and growing, evolving and not giving up, but building this beautiful new horizon of possibility. So this is, I think, the greater arc. And then there is a very clear, we can talk about that now, story arc that we went through in the last months in Europe here, special places we visited and people we encountered. And it is continuing, every day.
Beautiful. So metaphorical, metaphysical, and literal pilgrimage towards a protopian future.
Yes.
A new paradigm, a possibility space of thriving beyond what we have experienced, at least in our lives, individually and collectively. Thank you. Beautiful, both mythopoetic and literal description of it. So, World Peace Pilgrimage. It's a beautiful vision and it's a beautiful way. And on that way, you mentioned that 3 years ago you had this idea from after experiencing certain things. And I guess on your journey, you have picked up pieces here and there of the potential puzzle of you call it a new earth or a new world or just a future that is in harmony with nature and in peace with all of humanity. But I'm curious about what some of the pieces that you have picked up along the way is, which I guess is also weaving into some of the pieces that you're seeking to bring to the table.
Yeah, this is actually a brilliant opportunity to narrate a very unique framework that I use for myself to sense make and understand these different areas of human development that are necessary to collaborate and come together as one. And I use the elements as my guiding metaphors from the movie Avatar, The Last Airbender, which is very interesting because, as those of us that know it, the Fire Nation in that movie series is representing technology, and it represents the impulse of colonialization and conquering, expansion, war. And basically there's elements, air, water, fire and earth are in harmony there in this story, and then the Fire Nation is starting to invade the other lands, the other elements, and the people that inhabit these lands, and the world gets into imbalance, and the Avatar is a being that can create balance between the elements and master them and then restore harmony in the world. I believe we are all destined to develop the Avatar within. And these elements represent these different areas that we need to cultivate and develop for a new Earth, or for a holonic, holistic civilization. And that includes now water. Water, for me, is creative expression and art. These are people that are very imaginative, they are visual, they are innovative, and artists in essence. Beauty, the way of beauty, the way of art is something that is absolutely necessary. Then we have the Air Nation. The Air Nation are scientists and academics and people that mastered the intellect to understand creation.
Air.
Yes, exactly. That understand creation, that understand how we can create better systems that are more aligned with compassionate flourishing for all. And really also cross-disciplinary curiosity, very mental and mind-related, but in service to the heart and the whole. Then we have the earth, which is like literally the connection to Gaia, to the natural world, and farmers, village builders, indigenous people, and also neo-indigenous people, which is what we aspire to be, meaning we are creating regenerative villages in sacred lands, with nature, tending to the earth, and making sure that the soil that this new earth is growing on is being listened to, and that we can live with the land of the land, just like our ancient forefathers and grandmothers did it always. So this is the earth. It's like connection to the land. And then we have, as I mentioned, fire, which is technology, and in our world it's technology, business, and this very exhilarating technosphere that we experience with AI as well right now. But there is a healed and integral version of that, and many people already work in that field of, okay, how do we work with these exponential technologies in service to life?
And let's for sure make sure to increasingly highlight all these beautiful people and projects and initiatives that is creating these things.
Exactly.
But one thing at a time.
Yes.
So fire technology, is it like power more generally?
It's also power in general, and how this power is being either used for good or bad. So it also includes awareness of how the Fire Nation in our world, meaning the empires of this planet, have been abusing tech to decrease health of the people. And also, what does a healed Fire Nation look like? And seek out those fire masters that are entering the game from a very selfless and intentional, careful space.
So using and like having the use of fire, these powerful tools and technologies, having that guided by compassion and wisdom.
Yes, exactly. And then we have, of course, like if this is not part of the Avatar series, but there is a fifth element. This is ether. Ether is obviously the spiritual world, and the spiritually centered people, conscious communities that work with God and the unseen forces to heal our psychological suffering and relational misalignment.
I love that as you're speaking about that, we have this,
We hear it outside.
beautiful singing in the background from the kitchen.
Yeah. This is
hopefully more of those spontaneous, serendipitous things that are gonna pop into the pop-up podcasts.
Exactly. So these are the big five, basically, and you can
big
see
five personality test of humanity in the evolutionary path.
yeah,
five.
exactly, and you can see that most people you meet are actually combining some of them. You are very airy, so you are like a scientific minded person with also fiery energy, so you also use technology for good, and you're also very connected to earth, and when you don't do that, you spend time grounding and using your hands to touch the soil and be in communion with the modern human world. And then some of us here are more etheric, and they sing for God and pray and meditate a lot, and then when they don't do that, they use creative expression and art to channel their presence into beauty. So this is water and ether nation. So it's a nice framework. So these are different elements, and then of course
5 elements.
yes, and then we met like just so many incredible, as you said, projects and people that are working within those nations of the new earth already now that really present great new ways of how we can be. And as we are now collectively learning, this is starting to arrive at everyone's consciousness and awareness, and increasingly gets easier to adopt and to embody and to practice. Yes.
Beautiful. Adding more frameworks and structure. So here we are on a world peace pilgrimage, on a path towards protopia. We are picking off pieces, people and projects and places, platforms and programs and all these things along the way that we're bringing together into an ecosystem of solutions that can work synergistically together to create the new Gaian web that can birth this new world. And hopefully we will increasingly share more about these pieces from the way, both from the past, places we have been, eco-villages, intentional communities, conscious gatherings, bioregions, sacred sites, and highlight them and show hey, look at all these things happening out there, look at all these wonderful people and initiatives that is actively right now creating the web of the new world. And part of that will also be inviting people to join those initiatives, to create an attractor into these things so that they can receive more energy and more inspiration to grow and to weave together. And then for the just stepping back and reflecting on what would be most valuable and meaningful to share kind of in the initial introductory video. And one thing that came to mind was to you, Luke. What is the vision? What is the vision? What is the mission? What is the thing that you and we are moving towards?
Yeah, I think it is a visual sense of the future we are describing here is already here. It's just unevenly distributed. And with this pilgrimage that is like a superorganism reaching all these people and places that present this more aligned way of being, we are just showing that we don't have to wait for a future, but we can proactively choose and design and create the ways of being and the environments that take the best of what is in the world right now and put them together. We don't wait for a better future, we are living it now, and we are presenting what is the best that we got. I think that is really at the core.
I like how kind of immediate that intention is as well. It's not just like this grand vision of this thriving future with all these pieces that we kind of like very generically and very overarchingly work towards, but more like the immediate thing is actually to start bringing these things together and sharing them.
Yeah.
Maybe showing the portals and the pathways that more people can take to become part of this larger movement.
Yes.
Or moviement.
Yes.
Like, introduced me to storyliving movement towards Hollywood.
Yes, and also, why are we doing it? For what? It's we always put the children at the center of this work, of this mission that we are on. We call them the Holy Children. It is 7 generational thinking that we learn from indigenous tribes, for example, the Queros that I've visited in Peru, where you really consider in all of your actions 7 generations in the future. Like those children that are coming, that will be, when we get it right, more compassionate, more intelligent, more wise, more also discerning of what is wholesome. And it's ours now to create the conditions of flourishing so that the evolutionary process can continue and we have a generation of Jedis, of Gaian warriors that are protecting life and ensure that this beautiful creation can continue to flower for centuries and centuries and centuries and millennia into the future. So we do it for the children, and the children are already with us now, and that's why we are so courageous also in sharing our authentic self, because we are creating this content for you, the future ancestors. And it's okay to not know always, it's okay to be in the dark, but if we come from pure intention and of sincerely asking what can we gather so that we ensure that the future generations have the best to work with in this meta crisis, then we just do our dharma, we fulfill our mission in an honorable way.
That's beautiful, and maybe actually the most important thing to both to remember oneself and to remind each other of, and to share, like, what is the why? Why are we doing this? For what? Like, what is actually most important in this life? What is sacred? And the children, I guess, you can also expand it to, like, yes, you can do things for like the long-term future, but you can also do that at the expense of the present moment. Like, we sacrifice something now for enabling something better in the future. And somehow those doesn't need to be at the expense of each other.
Yes.
There's also a piece about like really appreciating and adding to the beauty of reality and now.
Yes.
Like making every moment and every day as beautiful and meaningful and valuable as possible. And that's potentially also the only way to create a future condition that is not in disharmony or not disconnected. Like when you sacrifice now for the future, that may disconnect you from like honoring the divine nature of the present moment.
Yes.
And the uniqueness of that. But yeah, regardless, for what, for the children, for the more than human life, for the well-being of all beings. and for a thriving Earth for
Yes.
all of humanity and modern human life.
Yes, and the good news, it is through us enjoying fully our powerful potential. And it is great, it is enjoyable, it is healthy, and it is not doing everything just for the other, or thinking that we are sacrificing our own sense of life fulfillment and self-actualization, but it is through the self-actualization, through the integral development and feeling happy and really, really spiritually fulfilled and embodied in that, that we also benefit the greater web of life in the most way. And this is this holonic healing that we are really believing in and living.
Be living.
Be living.
We be living it.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe this is a good point to start rounding off.
Yes.
And we can add more pieces as we go. Again, this whole thing is experimental, exploratory, and like an organic process of learning also how to channel, how to create, how to share this journey. And using the powerful fire tools of our modern civilization, of digital technologies, how to bring those in order to be in service to life and to inspire and invite more people to co-create. But for now, maybe we could round it off with some either calls to actions or invitations. Is there any way that the whomever may be watching can join, can participate, can become part of this emerging movement, community, story living experience?
Yeah, there are so many. The first one is just thank you, Thanksgiving, grateful to be here, and there is a reason why you're here right now. We are a one web of relationship, and I am here devoted, we are here devoted to each other's greatest realization. And if you enjoy co-creating, watching, and also co-creating and participating, follow us on Instagram, follow this channel, write a comment, and you will be part of our WhatsApp community where we share updates. Then we can share with you also our Substack, where we then introduce the different modalities of how to participate, like the map that we have for our pilgrimage with all the locations that you can go to that are centers for human flourishing, where you can learn more about our training, Jedi training, the different virtues we practice and the shadow work we do, where you can participate in peace meditations that we do daily, where you learn about our vision of where we want to move in the world, what are really our key bioregions that hold a lot of promise and leadership guidance for us. So there is a whole ecosystem, and that's why we really want to have this continuous practice of sharing authentically of just what is happening right now, because we are on the go creating an ecosystem of platforms and quests that create a meta game, real world game infrastructure for you, regardless where you are in the world, to participate and step into your life mission, your dharma, in service to the greater whole, and all according to your true gift and unique resonance key, how we call it. So just follow the social channels and you will obviously be up to date, and you will be in our field, and inshallah we co-create together soon, as our higher selves have already long before known deep in the heart that we are here together, and that we are coming from the same source, the same earth, and serve again the same mission in our unique ways, in unique gifts. Yes.
Beautiful. And more details probably to be added later as we set up these portals into participation and these pathways to,
Yes.
to co-create. But for
Yes.
now, for sure, the social channels feel very free to reach out,
Yes.
sending messages or, and hopefully we'll get on with the actual rhythm of, community calls and collective practices and, hopefully some actual offerings after a while, whether it's resonance key that we're playing with for now or, programs of participation. More to come.
Yes, yes, more to come.
Thank you, Luke Skywalker, Luke Earthwalker.
What a pleasure
Really beautiful.
to be here with you. And let's make this now a continuous stream every day with also the other members of the Holland and the different people.
Let's do that. Let's try to sit down every day, at least multiple times a week, and just channeling what is coming through.
Yes, yes.
And as you probably can notice already, we're also not professional content creators, whether it's the audio or the video or the light. I noticed that we went from sun in half of the group, like sun shining here, darkness there, and then gradually towards more and more darkness. But that is also part of this building in public, playing in public, like practicing in public, regardless of quality. It's about the signal coming through.
Exactly.
Hopefully the signal will become more clear and more, not professional, but more literally clear, sharp. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, wonderful. Yes, it